Well, that story will be coming up shortly. Moving on, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has dismissed calls by the clergy for dialogue between President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga to defuse the tension in the country. Gachagua instead urged the clergy to prevail upon Raila to call off further plans for mass demos. The National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, had on Thursday joined the Catholic bishops to offer mediate between Ruto and Raila. In related news, 6 Azimio leaders arrested during the Monday demonstrations were arraigned in court Thursday, accused of participating in unlawful demonstration.
The National Council of Churches of Kenya, led by Secretary General Reverend Canon Chris Kinyanjui, is calling for ceasefire in the ongoing grandstanding between government and opposition.
We urge you to embrace dialogue and promotion of public participation to ensure all Kenyans contribute to the betterment of the nation. As a symbol of unity, as a symbol of national unity, we urge you to open doors for dialogue with the opposition and other citizens so as to end the current crisis.
While imploring on President Ruto to allow the opposition space to check government, the council urged the president to stay focused on his development agenda.
We appeal that you rivet the attention of the nation on the crippling drought and famine that continue to ravage the country, which has increased the cost of living radically.
But speaking at the burial of Diana Wanjiku Njoya, the mother of Maragua constituency member of parliament Mary Wamaua, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua dismissed calls for dialogue.
Mimi nauliza viongozi wetu wa kanisa, tafadhali, don't request us to sanction blackmail and impunity. Because what Raila Odinga is doing is blackmailing us into talks. How can you ask us to fall into that trap of blackmail, of threats and intimidation?
He regretted that the demos had resulted in huge losses.
Sisi ati aruzi uga ati wanasema ati mimi ndio nakataa. Mimi sikatai chochote, ile mimi nasema ati mtu aharibu mali ya watu ati ndio tuketi. Inawezekana? Ati aharibu mali ati ndio tumuite.
If you want to dialogue with us on how to bring down the cost of living without blackmail, we are ready to dialogue. What we are not ready to dialogue on is how we will act in a manner that is outside our constitution and our statutes.
Sentiments echoed by various leaders who called for peace amidst the hardline political stances.
Tumieni nguvu badala ya kukimbizana na polisi katika Nairobi. Tumieni hiyo nguvu kulima mashamba na kupanda mashamba ili tuongeze chakula katika nchi yetu.
Maandamano ambayo mnataka kufanya itatuathiri kwa njia pakubwa sana sana kwa mambo ya tourism. Jana tumeanza kuona wengine wameanza kucancel mambo ya kufika hapa Kenya.
Mothers of this country are concerned about the ongoing ground standing between government and the opposition. Ultimately, it is the women, children, persons with disabilities, the elderly and other vulnerable groups that suffer most.
The calls came as 6 Azimio leaders arrested during the Monday demonstrations were on Thursday charged with participating in an unlawful demonstration and released on a 50,000 shillings bail or an alternative of 300 shillings bond each pending the hearing of the matter. John Jacob Curia, Prime Edition.